Welcome back. Well, Ambassador Nabila Makram, Minister of State for Migration and Expatriate Affairs, extended her sincere congratulations to the Egyptian lady Layla Pence, residing in the United States of America and one of the pioneers of Egyptiankhan for Women conference for her top position in Forbes magazine's list of the best wealth management advisors U.S. level for the year 2021. Especially in Southern California. So to shed more light on this, we have the honor and pleasure to have this phono with Dr. Layla Pence, top in Forbes magazine's list of the best wealth management advisors 2021. Good afternoon, Dr. Pence.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Pence, first of all, congratulations for this prize. And how were you selected for the Forbes list?
Forbes does an extensive search and review of an individual assets and growth, and really, I'm very honored for them to select me out of all the women and men advisors in Southern California, and it's actually been the third year in a row that I was selected #1.
Yes, Dr. Pence, what are the criteria by which they choose someone to be put on this magazine's list? Qualifications.
I have to correct you a minute. I'm actually not a doctor. I'm just.
Excuse me, I didn't get you. I mean the qualifications for being put on this list.
So assets under management, the increase of assets, the ability for clients to actually recommend you, and many other areas that they research.
Yes. So, Dr. Pence, you were one of the pioneers of the Egyptiankhan for Women conference, and so how did this conference help you in communication between you and between your homeland?
It has really been a big help. I came to the United States when I was very, very young, and for the first time, the minister really reached out and connected me back to my country, and for the last 3 years I have been connected to Egypt and did a lot of fundraising here. We do them fundraising for various hospitals, 57, 357, and Abu Rish, and Maji Yaqub, and I felt that I really a need to give back to my country, which is, without the education, without the beginning of being an Egyptian, I really feel that helped me get to where I am today.
Yes, Dr. Pence, you're distinguished in the field of economics. So how did you gain access to all this international experience, and you could talk to us about your experience in this field?
So I've been doing this for a time. I started just out of college and worked quite hard and went to over the years, been to a lot of conferences, managed a lot of money, educated myself and my business in all the various types of investments and the economics of investing and how to take someone from one area to really have wealth, and so
yes.
It's a constant education. It's a constant experience. It is something that you do every single day.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Dr. Pence, how do you comment on what Egypt's women have achieved until now, and how do you appreciate or evaluate the role played by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Egyptian government in allocating a year for women 2 years ago, especially for Egyptian women. So how do you evaluate this?
So I was really impressed with Egyptiankhan for women when I came 3 years ago and saw the level of importance that the president and the minister have given to women. You know, for a long time, women in Egypt were not treated as well, and this has been a big change. And one of the ways that I saw that change is really through this conference and the invitation of 31 women from around the world to represent how other Egyptian women outside the United States. And then when I came to the conference and met all the Egyptian women as well and saw how successful and the drive and the change that is happening in the country to bring up women was very impressive. And it's one of the things that I want to continue to help with and plan to go back and do more help to that, because I do see the sincere desire of the country to bring up women in Egypt.
Yes, and how do you evaluate the role played by the Egyptiankhan Conference? And it's now turned to be a foundation. Egyptiankhan became a foundation last year, not only a conference. How do you evaluate the role played by Egyptiankhan in making a link or a bridge between Egyptians abroad, expatriates, and Egyptians living in Egypt, and exchanging experience between Egyptians?
Yeah, I think the foundation is amazing. You know, when I was there a couple of years ago, I had no idea how this foundation, how the conference would turn into a foundation, and how that would be a bridge between, because, you know, Egyptians that have immigrated outside the country really excel. And they really, they work hard, and they're full of knowledge. And all of them, like myself, have a passion for Egypt. And no matter how far we leave our country, we have a passion. And for the very first time, there's a bridge through this foundation that's able, where there's a chance for an Egyptian like myself to give it a chance to help back the country that they love. And this foundation is actually allowing us to have that bridge to give back to our country.
Yes. Dr. Pence, how did you make a balance between your work and your personal life?
Yes, that's one of the amazing things about what I do is that when you have your own job and your own company, you really are able to divide your time between having being a mother and being a wife and raising a daughter and also succeeding. You have to be disciplined. You have to make sure that my family is still my priority, and that, you know, God made women where they can multitask. And we're born that way, and I believe that trait has served me well, because I'm able to multitask and take care of my family and my daughter, and still grow the business to where it's at. I have several locations, 28 employees, and our business is growing rapidly, and it's all about doing the right thing in the business and being a role model to my daughter as well.
Yes. What's your advice, Dr. Pence, for the Egyptian woman?
To basically, the best advice I can give them is to find something that they are passionate about, and to certainly get the education and to understand there's no limit that a woman can do, that we are born multitaskers, and to really
work on achieving their goal and not settle. And that you can't have it all. It's not an either or. It's not whether you can have a family and work. You could do both. I'm an example of that. And it's very, like I said, it really serves well as a model for your own children and your own daughters of what they should do. They could achieve something special. And to also then turn around and give back.
Yes. Dr. Pence, what would you say to Egyptians, expatriates who are living in the States or Australia or any part of the world? Because recently I've conducted phone calls through my program on air for Egyptians who received prizes for their community services and helping the society around them in the countries they are living in, whether in the States or in Australia or in Canada or anywhere. What would you say of the performance and the good manners of the Egyptians that is very clear in when they stay in other societies?
Well, I'm certainly very proud of other Egyptians that support their own societies, but they certainly need to also support Egypt. No matter where we are, we are a product of our country, and it's important to support the communities where they live, but never forget about supporting Egypt as well.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time and congratulations, Dr. Layla Pence, top in Forbes magazine's list of the best wealth management advisors 2021. Thank you very much for your time. I really have the pleasure to have this phone with you. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I'm going to be back with you.